This is OSR Garage. I'm Jim. We are going to take a trip to Wisconsin. Show you what kind of gas mileage we're going to get on the way up there in the Bronco Sport. So I'm going to go ahead and reset the miles per gallon on here, and we're going to have to stop and get some gas, but I'll just go ahead and reset it now, and then I'll just leave it current all the way there so we can get the average. So I'm going to show you what we're at right now. We got about 96 miles, and we're going to have to get some gas, and I'm going to go ahead and reset now. Alright, so you can see that we are at 0 miles per gallon right now, 0 miles traveled, and I'll keep you guys updated. I forgot to mention earlier that we are doing this trip and we are on a 1.5 inch lift and 2 inch bigger tires. So I wanted to show you that. You can see here that it says we're at 55, cruise is set at 55, but we are actually going 58. I generally drive about 2 to 5 miles over, so that's where we're going to be. I just want to let you know, if you see that I'm like going right at speed limit, it's only because we are going 3 miles per hour faster. Alright, as you can see, we've got about 290 miles to go. We just jumped on the interstate just a little bit ago, and we got back off. We're going to get some gas here, and that should get us the rest of the way. See, we're averaging 28.4, and we've gone 45 miles. We've got 61 miles to go. I'll show you what we fill up to and how many miles we can go off of that. Alright guys, so we're here at Central Illinois. We are actually in a Love's gas station. You can see there, you can see the price of gas here in Illinois. Right now, the cheap gas is $3.43. So I wanted to add that I'm also a conservative driver. I drive with the cruise control. So once I accelerate up to 20 miles per hour, I hit the resume button to take me up to my speed. And when I come into smaller speed zones, I actually use the up and down button on the cruise control to slow down to those speeds. So that's just to let you guys know, that's how I drive, so you can kind of gauge how you drive, so you might have a little bit different. The other thing is, if you use 93 octane, then you can get a little bit better gas mileage. You might get 1 to 2 miles per gallon average, maybe a little bit higher on long trips. Now, it may not benefit you on short trips, but for long trips, 93 octane will be pretty good. Also, as you can see, we got 13 gallons to top off the tank, and it costs us $45.02. Okay, so you can see we've got 291 miles to go on our trip. Just filled up with gas, and we now have 394 miles we can go. I'm guessing that's according to our miles per gallon that we're averaging, and we've went 44.7 miles. Okay, we just got on the interstate, and as I showed you earlier, when we're driving 55, we are actually going about 58 because of our lift and the size of our tires. So I'm going to show you right now, I've got the speedometer set at 70, which is the speed limit here in Illinois, and I'm going to show you that we're actually going 74. So our trip will be based on going 74 miles per hour on the interstate and 58 on the highway. So you can see right now I've got it set at 70, which is the speed limit, and here is my phone right here. So you can see it says 74. So that's the speed that we're traveling. Okay, so we're at 107 miles so far on our trip, and you can see that we're averaging 26.4 right now. I think we've been running into a little bit of headwind, and we've had a lot of these hills and stuff, so I think that's part of the reason that it's down that far, but still, the EPA rating on this car was 26, and we have a lift and bigger tires. We're at about 150 miles, 151 miles, and you can see we're down to 25 miles per gallon. Like I said, we are driving into a headwind, and there are a little bit more hills up here. We'll see if that balances out when we get into Wisconsin. I'm not sure. I've never been to Wisconsin, so I don't know what the terrain's going to be. And hopefully maybe we'll get a little wind shift, and we can get a little push instead of driving into the wind the whole time. Alright, so we just hit 200 miles, and you can see we're at 24.8. We've got 126 miles to go, and about a little under 2 hours of driving. Miles, and looks like we've gained a little bit. I think we got out of that headwind, and now we're running at about 25.2, it looks like. Hit 300 miles. We just got off the interstate, so we'll be cruising at about 58 miles an hour. So we should see that miles per gallon start going back up. Alright, we are almost to our destination, and we're at 319 miles, and we are 25.7. So that's what you can expect on about a 320 mile trip. Alright, we have made it to our destination. Pulling around to the front. And you see where we are at. We are at a Volkswagen dealership. Why would we be at a Volkswagen dealership? Make sure you subscribe, you click the like button, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you can find out why we're here.